Hello, and thank you for joining us for today's broadcast. This broadcast is a product of Shry Media, LLC. Unauthorized use, sale, or redistribution of this media in any form is strictly prohibited without the express written consent of Shry Media. Radio and television mediums are encouraged to reach out. Thank you for tuning in. Enjoy the game.
Kingsport, Tennessee, from inside of the Meadowview Marriott Conference Resort and Convention Center, it's college basketball on the Southeast Sports Network. Hi, welcome. Gabriel Shry, Gary Justice here alongside me. The Milligan Buffs will try to fend off the Koalas, who made it through day one and the play-in against Truett McConnell. This should be a really good one, Gary. I'm excited. Milligan this season went 21-7, had a nice year. They went 19-3 in conference. The Koalas went 18-11, 11-11 in conference play, and they'll be looking to make some noise today. Will they be able to do it?
Yeah, Columbia has the experience. They had the opportunity to get a win on this floor in this tournament yesterday. But Milligan, the team closest to this arena, the number one seed, the top scoring team in the conference, should be an entertaining basketball game this morning.
I think so as well. I'm excited about it. Should be very, very good basketball between these two, and a lot of action coming up. But before we get into this one, we've got a few housekeeping things to look at. They're introducing the starting lineups right now. We can look at both the conference standings and the bracket. Let's just take a look at the bracket, though, to see how we got to where we are today. So as you can see, Columbia got by Truett McConnell. They're kind of on the top left side of the bracket to take on Milligan. The winner of this game will face U-Pike, who just handled the Cavaliers moments ago here on the Southeast Sports Network. And we'll have the rest of the women's bracket fleshed out later today, which should be exciting.
Yeah. We talked about Milligan. We talked about 87 points per contest. The coach, Kylie Greer, the coach of the year. Shamaje Clark, first team, all AAC, all defensive team. J.C. Jenkins, first team, all AAC. Lauren Lungmeyer, first team, all AAC, and defensive team as well. 34 field goals, 9 threes, 11 free throws, 20 assists. It's going to be entertaining basketball. The Koalas, Coach Green did a nice job yesterday in their matchup against TMU. Looking forward to this one this morning.
Buffaloes and Koalas starts now in Kingsport, Tennessee, as the opening tip taken by Columbia. Columbia's had a really nice year. They're looking to keep it going in tournament time as we get a quick violation. Just 10 seconds into this.
Yeah, Deasia Vester, it's going to be a call for the illegal screen. Got to have patience as the screener. Sometimes the screener wants to roll a little bit too quick, and the officials will call that every single time.
And this one, turnaround floater goes immediately for the Buffaloes. Knocked down by Samaj.
Yeah, Samaj Clark, the first team All-AAC. She does that. She'll do that quite often today.
Stolen away, roping the ball down the floor. Myers out to Clark, down low. Off the entry pass, the kiss off the glass won't drop as it's cleaned up by Feaster. Ball loose and it skeeters over the baseline.
Yeah, Tassana Lowe had the basketball on the right side. She thought she had an avenue to the bucket. The basketball just kicks off and put out of bounds. Unforced turnover. Ball back over to the Buffaloes. Koalas did this yesterday too. They picked up full court man-to-man. It's token pressure just to slow down the Buffaloes as much as possible. It's a easier said than done, that's for sure.
And off the glass, off the mark. Now to respond. 2-0 Milligan Buff lead. Just a minute and change into this. Koalas from the straightaway knock it down, and they take the lead.
Yeah, Tamara Davis had a nice game yesterday. She starts off this morning with a three-point make from top of the key. The Koalas will need a lot of that this morning to stay up with the Buffaloes. You're going to catch Tassana Lowe for the push, the second-team All-AAC member. Her first foul, team second. Try to play defense a little bit too much physicality, the official said.
Quickly off with the shot, but it's off the mark. Battling with that, couldn't get it to go.
The possession area will keep the basketball with the Buffaloes. Be 17 on the shot clock. The Buffaloes will run a lot of screen action. They'll get downhill. They'll take the three-point shot if it's available.
Entry pass, Milligan, floater off the glass, couldn't bank it in. Buffs do stay with the ball. Milligan driving down inside, floater off the mark for Clark, regathered by Columbia. 2 minutes gone. 3 ball on the way, too much.
A little stop and pop action there, shoot it in rhythm.
I like a good stop and pop.
Amen to that.
1 point game, 3 ball from the wing rattles out on Milligan as it remains a 1 point game.
Yeah, nice look from Jenkins, wide open. And you better close out on number 2 because she will make that shot more than she'll miss it.
Response on the way, this won't go either. Free and running, Milligan. There is a lid on the baskets in Kingsport. Buffs stay with it. Can she get the lid off? She does. J.C. Jenkins getting that to go for 3.
Game averaging 20 points per ball game, and she gets on the scoreboard. The offensive glass gets it off the square.
Koalas.
They run a lot of screen action up top, try to get downhill as much as possible. Coach Green likes the screen action more come from the wing as Davis is going to be called for the double dribble. But going back to what my conversation with Coach Green, they like to set their screens on the wing. He says he feels it opens up the floor more. They will attack the rim as much as possible. They'll try to pin their defender on the box. If it's not there, they'll look for the three-point shot on the backside.
Long ball on the way, and it's a little short for the Buffaloes, who stay in control by just 1.
Tassana Lowe with a little rip and run, try to go baseline to baseline. She does give her the bucket. Quality player, second team All-AAC member.
That pushes their advantage back to 1 as they're in front 5-4. Koalas off and running, and the response off the glass. They now lead by 3.
Another rip and run opportunity there. They average 75 points per ball game. They like to play at an up-tempo pace as well.
This one goes. 3 lead changes, now trailing by 1. Milligan trying to get back on top. We've already played 3 minutes and 10 seconds.
Yeah, Clark's release was quick there. Nice jumper now, the live ball turnover.
Buffaloes down low. This one blocked by Columbia. Oh, baby, big physical play down inside.
Layla Wall will be credited with that rejection. Multiple subs each way.
Long feed out to the straightaway, and the Buffaloes can't get it. A good look. Can't clean it up either. They'll get a third chance with the ball, though, as Jenkins dribbles the orange outside. JC, the spin move, and can't float it home off the glass.
Jenkins has had a nice season for the Buffaloes. Had a couple looks at it. Just couldn't get it to go down.
Stolen by Milligan. Here come the Buffaloes. Milligan all the way off the glass. They get it to go.
Yeah, Tessa Gibson got the steal to one end, all the way down to the other end. Nobody stopped the basketball. She went and laid it up off the glass. Get the Buffaloes the lead.
And the violation down inside. So Columbia scored 4 unanswered points. That put them in front. It was our third lead change already. Now 4 in a row for Milligan unanswered over the last minute and a half of play, and that was our 4th lead change that put them back in front 8-7.
Longmire check back in. Clark will have a seat on the bench for the Buffaloes for a little bit of a breather. Back and forth action here early.
Koalas off the mark, taken out of the air by Milligan. Kenzie Campbell across. Irvin tries this and can't get it to go in the low post.
Falls did a nice job of forcing Milligan to 1 and out, which is key against this Buffaloes team.
Dawson was a big piece yesterday for Columbia.
Played really well yesterday. She filled up the stat sheet.
3 ball on the way, big high bounce, couldn't get it to go.
Yeah, Buffaloes, they're going to rip and run every single time they can. They'll push and they'll put pressure on the defense.
3 ball on the way, couldn't get that either. Buffaloes work this all around, and 3 ball is short.
Something about the Buffaloes offense, they're very accustomed to the second and the third pass. So swinging the basketball, it continues to apply pressure to the defense. That can lead to layups and open jump shots. Shot was open there, just off the mark slightly.
Take all the quality looks they could get.
Coach Kylie Greer, she played for the Buffaloes from 2011, 2015. Decorated player her time wearing the orange and black. Now she's leading the program in her 5th season.
1-point game. Columbia to get back on top is off the mark. Koalas lose it to the Buffs. Milligan pitched across. Entry pass. Buffaloes wanted this one and rattles and goes. Really nice turnaround, Jay, delivered by Jenna Hare.
That's her first bucket. Nice looking shot fading to the left.
10-7.
I talked to Coach Greer about her philosophy around the transition, and she tells me it puts pressure on the defense. They have to make the adjustments on the move. They know the Buffaloes know where they're going. The defense have to make the adjustments on the move. They want to apply as much pressure as they can on the other team.
And the travel as Milligan will turn the ball over to Columbia. That could shake up some of the momentum. Over the last 4 minutes, Milligan has been on a 7-0 run.
Well, the Koalas struggling on this end here. Look for them to get a little bit more zoom action. Maybe try to create a little bit more 2-man action. Everything will come off the wing if possible.
3 minutes to play in the first as the 3 ball on the way for Columbia won't go, but the response is going to roll over the top back into the hands of the Koalas. Columbia College tried the floater. Milligan will run the floor. Buffs 3 and running. From the wing, 3 ball, this one short. Regathered by Milligan. Buffaloes try the far wing. She'll drive. Didn't like the inside. On the straightaway. Milligan looking for the space they need. They like something on the mid-post. And knifing her way inside, she gets it to go from that spot. It's Lauren Longmire. extend that run to 9-0 over the last 5 minutes of play. 2:25 to go in the first. It's a 5-point game. The lead in the hands of Milligan. Back in Kingsport as we get the violation down inside right out of the break. Roping passes down the floor. If you're just joining us, welcome inside of the Meadowview Marriott Conference Resort and Convention Center. Gabriel Schrei, Gary Justice, the Koalas are trailing a 7-0 run by the Milligan Buffs. Put them out ahead 12-7.
Yeah, Street will make the first shot. He was a all defensive selection here on AAC and did a nice job offensively attacking the rim, got some contact. Was able to get to the line to shoot a couple of free throws.
That rattles and goes. Running the floor, Milligan. Pitch back outside. From three-point range, driving, knifing her way inside and ladling that home off of the glass. They extend their lead to 5.
Such a tough guard, one-on-one, got to the rim, uses that left hand for the finish.
Ball is tipped, gathered out of the air. Some space to work with for the Milligan Buffs. She wants to go the distance and kisses it home off of the glass. Nice athletic play by McKenna Myers.
Buffaloes get downhill so quickly. There's so much pressure on you. If you don't hustle back and get your spot and find the person you're guarding, it's going to be a long day.
16-9, 90 seconds to play in our first period. And I would argue that this has developed even further. This went from a 7-0 run to a 9-0 run to a 12-0 run, or make it a 12-2 run because of the 1 bucket scored, or the 2 points scored at the free throw line by Columbia.
Yeah, they're struggling on the offensive end as far as finding the field goals. This is Street's third and fourth field goal free throw attempt there in the first period. Buffalo's doing such a good job. They're extending that defense. If you start thinking about the front court in thirds, mid-court, three-point line in the basket, Buffalo's extending that pressure all the way to the mid-court line, putting so much pressure on the Koalas.
Milligan, the top scoring team in the AAC, 87 points per game. Columbia allows on average 56 points per game, which is a really good clip. Down inside in a violation.
Yeah, Jenkins, again, we talked about how she's so hard to guard one-on-one. They'll run a lot of screens off the wing for her to get to that left side of the bucket. She already has 2 points on the morning. Now she'll go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. This will be her first trip. Graduate student, pretty good free throw shooter, Gabe, 93%.
That's pretty good. That'll get the job done if she gets her first to go. Jenkins, second goes as well.
Little 1-2-2 trap up coming here for the Buffaloes. They'll give you the corners all you want because they will bring 2 to 3 people, 4 to 6 hands, try to get that basketball.
Down along the block, this one off the mark. 9-point advantage for Milligan, who is off and running the floor through midcourt, floated down to the far side of the arc for her. Entry pass along the block, down low, back door. This goes off the glass. Milligan cooking with gas is Lena Lyon. Bangs that one home.
And Coach Green said, give me a timeout. He's not liking the pace we're playing at right now, and that lead is expanded up to 11 points. Danger zone right now for the Koalas.
20-9, 46 seconds to play in the first. back in Kingsport, Tennessee, where the Koalas are trailing by 11. They have the ball.
Yeah, Buffaloes, they force you into those long passes cross court, and they'll jump the passing lane. Koalas have to be careful. Take care of the basketball against the Buffaloes.
20-9, Milligan in the lead with 30 seconds to play in our first 10 on the shot clock for Columbia. 3 ball on the way, and it bangs home. The bank open early on Thursdays for Davis.
She had a good game yesterday. She's starting off this morning. That was a big bucket for the Koalas. The momentum was all in favor of the team in orange and black. That was a big bucket for the team in purple.
A couple of really productive players on this roster as Davis is going to get the steal. Still moving with the ball, Columbia, and that will kill the clock on our first period. Columbia just couldn't get that last second bucket, Gary.
A little momentum builder going into the second period for the Columbia Koalas.
Koalas trailing by 8. We'll see if they can put it together as we come back in Kingsport. 20-12 for our second period.
The Southeast Sports Network is now on Amazon Fire TV. Now you can download the SESN app and watch on any Amazon-enabled device, such as your Fire Stick. The easiest way to download the app is to go to our website, find the Watch SESN tab, and click Fire TV app. Then just select your device from the list. That's it. Free and easy. Enjoy watching the Southeast Sports Network on your Fire TV, Fire Stick, or Fire tablet with just a few clicks.
Quick peek at the standings for the Appalachian Athletic Conference. This is how the regular season ended, brought us into the tournament, and the tournament has just been exciting. Glad you're here with us. Gabriel Schrei, Gary Justice. It's college hoops, and we've got it all day on the Southeast Sports Network. 20
points for the Buffaloes in the first period. 8 people scored for Milligan.
That's wild. Talk about sharing the ball as this is on the way, but clatters back off.
Coach Greer done a nice job of building an entire roster. It's not around one player or 2 players. It's from the first chair to the last chair.
Pitch to the corner, Samaj Clark across the floor. 3 ball is gonna be money. Lauren gets it to go.
I really love their offense. They pass to the open person, whoever it is. If you get the open shot, you take it. Total team effort for Milligan.
It's the largest lead of the game for the Buffs, who are ahead by 11, and they get the takeaway. 3 ball is on the way as this rattles out.
Something unique about Milligan's offense. They'll screen out transition. They'll have those slip screens. So they don't wait and stop and set the screen and go there. They'll screen out transition for that open shooter, but they have all 5 people on the floor can shoot the 3. They get to the rim. Positionless basketball for the team here in Kingsport, Tennessee.
Lena Lyon defended heavily outside, and there's the travel.
Yeah, Samaj Clark was surprised to be that wide open on the baseline. Like, I can move a little closer. And then,
I'd be surprised as well, yeah.
I'm first team all AAC, and I'm wide open. Let me get a little bit closer and just forgot to dribble the basketball.
A minute gone already in our second period. 23-12, 11 the largest lead of this game.
Active hands defensively for the Buffaloes, known for their offense. Averaging those 87 points per ball game. They only give up 68. Primarily run zone defense with their length. It's kind of interesting because they put Lena Lyon, their guard, on the baseline. Sneaky quick. She's a sophomore.
It's a problem with the shot clock, I believe. We're happy.
We're happy. Active hands knocked away once again.
Columbia can't stay with it. Here come the Buffaloes. Free running kiss off the glass, and it's automatic. Lauren Longmire, she averaged 14 points a game this season, so no surprise to see her keep the production going in the tournament. Oh my goodness, they're going to have to find a way to hem her in. 25-12, she almost did it again.
Yeah, Coach Green said give me a timeout because the momentum that they had at the end of the first period has went away here in the beginning of the second period.
Lauren looks like she's having fun laughing as she makes her way back down the floor for the timeout. A 13-point advantage, 8:19 to play in our first half. Back in Kingsport, Tennessee, a 13-point advantage with 8:19 to play in our first half. 25-12, the lead in the hands of the Buffs. They're looking good. And a quick peek at the top teams in the nation. Dordt way out in front. Indiana Wesleyan right behind them. Southern Oregon undefeated. Campbellsville, Briarcliff, Cumberland Street, Hardeman, Dakota State, St. Francis, and Mid-America Nazarene rounding out your top 10.
You got three teams out Mid-South in that top 10 there, and then the Buffaloes here from the AAC, they've received votes. Also, University of Pikeville received votes this year in the top 25, along with the Johnson University Royals as well. Pounding ball clubs.
Entry pass, this one rattles off the heel of the iron and won't go.
Yeah, Michaela Street did a nice job of pinning her defender on the post, unable to get the shot to fall.
Kicked across to the straightaway for Milligan, and this one can't be knocked down by the Buffaloes. Clark sends it inside. Lena Lyon pulls up as this one is taken in by JC. Back to Jenkins near the corner, three ball on the way, and she hits it. Long ball from downtown Kingsport, Tennessee. She's automatic.
That's his second make here in the first half for the team from behind the arc, and Longmire has both of them.
Get this. She hit 69 three-point balls during the regular season. What do you think her percentage was from beyond the arc?
I'm assuming pretty good.
48%.
Wow.
Relax.
Wow.
Calm down, ma'am. Three ball on the way. Back-to-back three balls from the same spot for the Buffs, who are on fire. It's 31-12 with 7 to play in the first half.
They will continue to attack, and they will continue to shoot the three ball if it's available. Three players have already made threes here in the first half of the Buffaloes, a talented roster.
And that cuts an 11-point run off. The Buffaloes had 11 unanswered in a row until the Koalas score that one down inside to make it 31-14.
The Buffaloes will continue to put pressure on you. As soon as you think they have a little bit of momentum, they'll come back and shoot. That's 3 straight makes for the Buffaloes from behind the arc.
Milligan is on fire in Kingsport, Tennessee.
Such good spacing offensively for Milligan.
Entry pass down inside, Koalas, whistle, and one.
That's back-to-back possession there for the Koalas, Gabe, where they found something in this zone defense. Michaela Street, normally one of the guards up top of their offense, they're putting her on the baseline, and she's snuck into the back part of that zone for the last two possessions, was able to get a couple of buckets. Now she's got an opportunity to finish the three-point play. Couple game after 11 points per contest. She got 6 already. This is her 5th free throw attempt as well.
That's off the mark.
You know, going back and forth, I love to see the in-game adjustment from quality coaches like Coach Green and Coach Greer.
On the way, three ball is short this time. Couldn't hit 4 in a row. Koalas will be off and running. Milligan beat Johnson during the regular season to earn this #1 seed. Columbia had to overcome Truett McConnell yesterday to get here. They looked really good.
A good-looking ball game yesterday. He played really well, shot the basketball. Thought they did a good job of guarding on the defensive end.
34-18, 5:45 to play in our first half.
See if they can stack some buckets together, build a little bit more momentum on the offensive end.
This is off the mark. Largest lead of the game, 19 points for Milligan's Buffs. 5.5 to play in the first half. We've seen 4 lead changes, but right now the Koalas trailing. Buffs to the wing. Entry pass down along the block. Milligan turnaround. Jay gets this to go as she wrestles the twine.
Such a fun offense to watch. It's not stagnant at all. Everybody's moving. The basketball is constantly moving as well. Entertaining basketball.
And we'll slow down for just a moment. She heard you. On the way, 2 ball is automatic from mid-range. Really, really nice 2 from Michaela Street.
She's had a nice first half, very active on offensive end, known for her defensive paralysis, but she's shown the offensive game this morning.
On the way, the rangy shot knocked down. 4.5 to go in the first half. Milligan is cooking with gas.
They've hit their last 3 from that right corner. Look for them to continue to stack that right corner in the rest of this first half.
Do you think they should defend the right corner?
If I'm Coach Green, I'd say, hey, let's close off the right corner in the next possession.
Here comes Milligan, if they can get out of the backside. Through the center floor area. Now to the left corner, look out. Walks it over the wing. Down along the baseline, pitch to the left corner, 3 ball, too much. Taken out of the air by the Koalas. Off and running free, all the way to the opposing baseline, and Columbia kisses this home off the glass.
I tell you, that was quick on quick. Michaela Street, she's extra quick. And also Tessa Gibson showing some wheels for the Buffaloes.
On the way, long ball, clatters off the front of the iron. 39-22 remains the tally. Glad you're with us for what's been a really exciting first half of action between the Koalas and Buffaloes. Columbia rattles and won't drop. Obviously, we'd like to see it be a little closer for fun purposes. On the way again. Oh my goodness! That's enough gasoline. Cut her off. She is burning down the house. JC Jenkins, 47% from range during the regular season. 100% in Kingsport. She's crushing it.
And especially in that right corner. They're their last 4 from the right corner.
And it's probably worth just mentioning that Milligan is the local school for this tournament. They're the only one that's here in Kingsport area. Tri-Cities, if you will. Pitch to the corner. Buffaloes mid-range floater. Big bounce, rolls over the front of the iron for Kenzie Campbell.
Such a talented offensive ball club. The Buffaloes already up to 6 3-point makes here in the first half.
5 unanswered in a row. Milligan nearly gets the steal. 2:20 to play in our first half.
See what the Koalas get going offensively.
Rattled around, wouldn't go. Jenna Hare got the rebound. And the violation inside, drawn.
She went from baseline to baseline. That's called a rip and run. Nobody was able to stop the basketball until they fouled her, and we got 9 substitutes for 10 players on the floor.
Goodbye.
A broadcaster's dream, have 9 players checking at one time.
Wholesale change. And if you look on screen, you can see who's in the game now.
The Buffaloes and the Koalas. Hare's up to 3. Gets her 4.
I think they just added the score of the wrong team. 46-22 should be the score. 2 minutes to play in this first half. We'll see if they fix the in-venue scoreboard as this one goes to the Koalas.
Just the final 2 minutes of this first half is going to be key for the team in purple. get some momentum going into halftime, so you can play confidently in the second half.
Buffalo spinning inside, and this one goes from just beyond the block. McKenna Myers knocks it down.
The Buffalo is starting to flow offensively from behind the arc and attacking the basket. Showing why they're one of the top scoring teams in the entire country.
Koala's Haynes. Mid-range, and this one rattles but won't drop. Came off the side. Samaj Clark gets the rebound. Walking this down the hardwood. Buffaloes around the arc. Great entry pass, great drive to the basket, great finish by Longmire.
There's such savvy players for the Buffaloes. They get the basketball, they'll attack the rim, they'll get the three-point shot. It's going to be a tough out.
And now the largest lead of the game, 25 for Milligan. Buffaloes run the floor, pitched out to the wing. Lyon drives down inside and gets it to go off of the glass. A 27-point advantage, on pace to score 104.
When you start making some three-point shots, you'll have more buckets, more opportunities to hit the buckets open, just like that.
Koala's blown tire. Samaj Clark, long fade down inside to Lyon, who gets another on pace to score 108 with 30 seconds left to go in the first half.
The Buffaloes really turned up a play here in the second period. They scored 34 here in the second.
Milligan, the shot clock is off, back in a defensive shell. They get the steal. It's a stampede, a thundering herd down the floor for the Buffaloes, who get it to go off of the glass. 56 points in the first half. And time will expire on this first half with the entry pass. It is all Buffaloes. What can Columbia do in the locker room?
How are you going to slow the Buffaloes down in transition? It's hard to guard, and they get down the floor so with such efficiency, leading to easy baskets.
56-25, on pace to score a bucket in Kingsport, Tennessee.
The Southeast Sports Network is now on Amazon Fire TV. Now you can download the SESN app and watch on any Amazon-enabled device, such as your Fire Stick. The easiest way to download the app is to go to our website, find the Watch SESN tab, and click Fire TV app. Then just select your device from the list. That's it. Free and easy. Enjoy watching the Southeast Sports Network on your Fire TV, Fire Stick, or Fire Tablet with just a few clicks.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
A truck is a tool, but a ram is life. Yeah, it's the wipe the sweat off your brow sort of life. But it's also the let's load up the ATV's life. The my kids play way too many sports life. The let's find a secret spot to fish life. That looks nice. Innovations, comforts, and powertrains built to power all the lives you live. Ram.
At the Salvation Army, a shelter isn't just a place to rest. It's a chance to shed layers, let loose, and finally let it go. With your gift, a warm bed is just the beginning. It's the first night of a new day. When our homeless neighbors feel safe enough to close their eyes, they can see the way forward.
rhythmic sound of more than 500 cascading waterfalls, the endless echo of more than 10,000 caves, the serene silence of 1,000 miles of wilderness trails. The next time someone tells you to get lost, consider it an opportunity. Your vacation is now playing in Tennessee.
Want to watch your favorite Southeast teams in action? We've got you covered. Stream live games and highlights on YouTube, Twitch, Amazon Fire TV, Stream TV, and more. For all the details, visit our How to Watch page at sesnsports.com. It's your one-stop guide to catching every play, every time, wherever you are. The Southeast Sports Network, bringing the game to you anytime, anywhere. Catch the most thrilling moments from your favorite local teams, only on the Southeast Sports Network. From jaw-dropping touchdowns to game-winning goals, we bring you all the highlights that make the Southeast the heart of sports. Don't miss out. Tune in anytime, anywhere, and relive the action like never before. The action lives on our YouTube channel, but you can watch highlights many different ways by visiting our website. The Southeast Sports Network, where every play matters.
The story of the United States has been written for centuries. Penned by millions of authors, written in every language, from every perspective. With every chapter as unique as our people and our land. Our story is one made up of many. Find yours in the USA.
In Kingsport, Tennessee, it's college basketball on the Southeast Sports Network. One half in the books between the Buffaloes of Milligan and the Koalas of Columbia College. 56-25 after 2 quarters. Gabriel Schrei, Gary Justice, glad you're with us. Gary, Milligan's on fire.
You know, you always ask quality coaches what's the keys to winning basketball. Efficient offense, transition opportunities, rebound the basketball, guard your yard, and play as a team. I think the Milligan Buffaloes did that in this first half.
I agree. They looked really good. They did everything right in that first half. Off and running, free, cooking with gas, if you will. So somehow, following the break, Columbia has to find a way to slow them down in this third period, and that's a tall order.
Columbia's doing a nice job on the offensive end. They got 10 buckets. They got 9 assists on those 10 buckets, so they're sharing the basketball. The challenge is they only had those 10 buckets. Got to create more opportunities at the rim. They have to see the ball go through the bucket more often as well. How do they do that? Look for a lot of screen action in the second half from the team in purple.
Driving inside, and Clark gets it to go. Quick start to the second half of action.
Clark has her 6th point of the morning and lead balloons up to 33. It's a quick start for the Milligan Buffaloes, and Coach Greer has to be happy with her team so far this morning.
Largest lead of the game, 25 for Milligan, as Columbia can't get this to go. Koalas do keep it alive. Entry pass from the elbow. Davis spins, fights her way over Clark. This is off the mark. Off and running. Buffs floated across to Lyon from the corner for 3. This one too much for Jenkins.
And Milligan does such a good job with that second and third pass to find the open shooter.
Koala's back door, and it rolls off the side of the iron. She couldn't get it to go.
I'm surprised that didn't go down. Layla Wall got wide open, laid up soft to the glass, and just the rim said no way.
Samaj Clark missed there, picked up by Davis, who's on the run. Misfired, taken out of the air by Longmire. And a violation.
Yeah, I think Tamara Davis was not happy with the non-call at the contact at the rim. So the official assessed a technical foul.
This goes. Second will go as well.
J.J. Green does such a good job with the Columbia Koalas. I know it's not the outcome he's wanted so far today. He was the December the 3rd, he was the Hoop Dirt Coach of the Week. He's taking this Koalas program to a different level.
Little handoff. Clark tries the mid-range J, and this one too much on it as it rolls off the far side of the iron. On the way, this one's short from three-point range for Longmire. Koalas to respond. Davis pitched it across the floor, and it's tipped out of play over the baseline.
Yeah, the Buffaloes doing such a good job playing connected offensively. They're also doing a good job playing connected defensively as well. Getting their hands in that passing lane, knocking the basketball out of bounds.
And I just think it's incredible how productive Milligan has been over the last 8 minutes of game time, dating back to the 6-minute mark of quarter 2. They have scored 24 points to the 6 of the Koalas.
That's a nice size run. That's how you get to a 35-point lead here in the third period.
2 dozen.
2 dozen. That's a lot of points in a short amount of time. When you come in averaging 87 points per ball game, they had 9 players playing that first half, had 8 of those 9 scored. And that foul is going to be on Samaj Clark. It'll be her first, team's first here in the third. The Koalas will inbound the basketball from the baseline as we see the TMU band setting up for the next ball game.
Koalas Rifle that up towards the basket, and it's short with 7.5 to go in our third. This one off the mark. The largest lead of the game was 25 before the half. Now it's 35. Floater goes. Cash money for the Koalas as they get one back.
This is what Coach Green wants to see out of his ball club here. Down 33, got to string stops together. Try to build some momentum any way that you can. Go one stop at a time.
And that slowed yet another portion of this massive run. You can break it into little mini runs, but I just see it as one basically 30-8 run.
Could be on Fester, be her second.
Big fan of Mr. Glenn Crawford, the athletic director for Columbia. Does a wonderful job for the Koalas. I have a good friend who made a transition from full-time broadcasting to having a day job. He's the voice of the Koalas now, Mark Shelley. Glenn saw me, said, hey, thanks for sending me Mark. He's been great.
Mark does such a good job.
That's a great crew down there in South Carolina. Pitch to the baseline. Buffaloes driving down inside and kept it alive. Milligan over the top.
First time the Buffaloes got this deep in the shot clock all day long.
This one off the mark, trying to put it back. Kept it alive again off the glass. This goes. A little bit of cash as the bank is open. Koalas fire this one from long range, and Davis gets it to go.
Yeah, nice job with the Koalas moving the basketball. Got an offensive board to create another possession. Still playing hard. Down 32, but still showing the fight. That's the culture that Coach Green has built in Columbia.
Buffs. 2 players have scored in double digits, which is just insane with the amount of points they've scored and the lead they have. Only Jenkins and Longmire are over 10 points scored. Jenkins has got 17, 11 for Lauren Longmire.
You talk about the from the top of the roster to the bottom of the roster as far as it's just names. They're a total team. They're connected 1 through 15.
This one rattles and won't drop. Fights her way through the inside, and as she crosses the block, shovels off a shot and gets hit with a whistle.
Coach Corey Phipps, the UPike athletic director, going up and coming to the booth with us, just saying hello. He's always good to see Coach Phipps. He just keeping his thoughts and prayers. He just lost his mother. Coach Phipps does such a good job. He's the football coach, University of Pikeville athletic director. He's showing support for the men's and women's basketball team for the Bears.
Extremely sorry to hear that.
Yeah, Coach is he's a passionate guy, but he's a intimidating man, tall, muscular, but he's a mama's boy, that's for sure. And I say that affectionately too, not in a negative way.
I can relate. I always stop and watch the Tom Brady clip where he talks about his dad every time.
The question from the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah. Koalas get the steal, and off of that, she kisses it home off of the glass. Nice scoop and score down inside by Street.
Yeah, she did a nice job getting all defensive AAC and led to an easy basket there. Now the Koalas going to pick up full court. 1-2-2, see if they can get some more easy buckets.
62-33. Five unanswered points for the Koalas now, halfway through our third. Entry pass off the glass violation down along the edge of the block.
Nice job by Kenzie Campbell of hanging and banging at the rim there to give her an opportunity to shoot 2 free throws. Junior 73% for the free throw line. This will be her first trip.
No. Rattled out on her. Second one rattles and goes. Koala's running the floor. And down inside, we get the whistle. Great play by Tasanya Lowe.
The second team All AAC with a spin move finish through the contact. Going to have an opportunity at the and one. Kenzie Campbell called with a bump.
Yes. And one at the line.
Yeah, the Koalas want to turn the pressure up here to get the Buffalo, see if they can survive the press they did this time. A little unsettling, bring the basketball to the floor that time. See if look for the Koalas to continue that pressure the rest of the game.
Take it away, Columbia. Koalas running the floor. She is free along the edge of the block and the violation down inside.
Taisana Lowe's will be called for the charge, I believe. She thought the defender was in the restricted area. The official said she was outside. Offensive foul is called. Her third foul.
(63-36), 4:23 to play, the largest lead of the game.
Yeah, look for the Koalas to continue bringing this physical ball pressure so they create some more turnovers.
A 27-point advantage. It's wild to think that we saw 4 lead changes in this game. Off the mark. 3 ball, and this one finds the bottom of the net. Unreal. Longmire buries that from downtown.
The value of an offensive rebound. That's the best time to shoot that three-point shot. Defense is scrambling. Find that open shooter. Get up as quickly as possible.
Low paint taken away by the Milligan Buffs, who lead by 30, their largest of the game. 3 ball, same spot. This time it rattles out. Put back, won't go either. Swat it off of the floor.
Something to watch at home. Again, I know the Koalas have the basketball now, but when Milligan has the basketball, they have an offensive rebound. Look how quickly they shoot that second shot. They try to get up before the defense has an opportunity to set up their defense. Also, good teams make teams pay in transition. The Buffaloes have done a good job today.
On the run, Koalas tried to pitch it outside, and it's taken away by Hare. Long feed down the floor where she connects with Lauren. Longmire goes outside to the wing, and the 3 ball too much. Regathered Buffaloes keep it alive. Lyon fights her way to the elbow and floats it to Lauren, and Longmire the whistle before she can get to work.
You've seen that more in college basketball, that stepping on the sideline, because she was going to attack the rim. She just takes that back foot to push off, and she steps out of bounds. There's the violation.
Over the Visit Kingsport logo, Koalas. Entry pass by Columbia. Wanted to turn and fire, defended away. And now from outside, this off the mark for Feaster.
Now watch the rip and run here from Buffaloes. They get a transition from baseline to baseline quicker than anybody in the AAC.
Ball's loose and sails. 2:32 to play in our third. And Milligan came in strong, came in hot. They've looked great.
Strong second quarter, got this lead, and they've continued to expand that. After 1 period to play, it was 20-12. And the Koalas had the momentum going to the second period after a last-second 3 to end the first quarter, but it's been all orange and black since then.
Koalas down inside. This rattles and goes. Columbia digs into that 30-point lead by a couple.
They're still battling, still playing hard. They're definitely very impressed with their effort here this afternoon.
Responding on the opposite end of the floor, and Clark the whistle. Call is on Strongfellow, as Clark will go to the line. And Samaj this season, 75% from the charity stripe. She's had a really productive year from the floor, averaging 15 per game. Today she's been relatively quiet, 3 for 9 from the floor. Now up to 7 points of that first.
Yeah, first team All-AAC and an extremely quick second leaper. She got that offensive rebound there, was quickly back up, and she drew the contact for the foul. That's impressive.
30 points separate us. Columbia College. Driving down against Jenkins, and the whistle. 1:42 to play in the third.
Called on Jenkins, that'll be her second. Team's third. That'll send Burke to the line to shoot 2. Check that after his team's 4. Yeah, doing a nice job still attacking the bucket. So many great quality coaches, Gabe, from throughout the AAC, men's side, women's side. Got 2 good ones here, and J.J. Green and Kylie Greer.
Drive along the edge of the block, and another violation with 90 seconds to play in the third.
Yeah, Dawson got downhill, got to the rim, and then the Red Seas opened up, and she saw the rim. Was trying to get there, but she got bumped by Myers. She had an opportunity to earn 2 points from the charity stripe.
The goat noise would get me, I'm not going to lie. The first goes. That one goes as well. Blown tire taken by the Koalas. Columbia moving with no hesitation. The purple team down inside off the mark. Regathered, she tries again, and Samaj snatches that out of the air. Buffaloes on the straightaway. Jenkins entry pass. Lauren, turnaround, floater on the hook shot won't go as it's pulled down by Stringfellow. Koala's entry pass from the low post. The wing, 3-ball, too much. 45 seconds to go in this period as Milligan keeps it alive. Clark, the 2 from on top of the block, and a battle for it as Jenkins suffers the foul.
So this is going to be a challenge for Coach Greer. She's wanting her team to stay locked in because they will have other games to play in this tournament. You know, even though the game is a 28-point contest right now at the end of the third period, run the offense, stay connected defensively, just continue to get better, be prepared for tomorrow.
Entry pass. J.C. Jenkins kicked that outside, and the 3-ball off the mark for Lyon. I really like the way they've involved Lena Lyon today. She's been very efficient.
Yeah, Leah Lyon, she's one of those young ladies who are, she has a little different gear. Get that basketball, she can get from baseline to baseline quicker, almost as quick as anybody in the AAC. And the sophomore, she has the basketball. She's an exciting young lady to watch play.
On the way, skipped off the front of the iron, regathered by Columbia, and that kills the clock on our third period of action between the Koalas and Milligan Buffs. 68-40, a 28-point advantage for Milligan University as we flip to the final quarter in Kingsport. back in Kingsport, Tennessee. Some fans enjoying the day, and we're going to take a quick look at the bracket. Here's where we stand right now. We're between Milligan and Columbia. They're on the top left side there. As you can see, 10:15 a.m. They're going to take on the winner of Pikeville and Montreat, and U-Pikes Bears handled that easily. We'll have the other two women's games this afternoon to determine who we'll see tomorrow in our semifinals.
The Buffaloes look extremely good here so far, having a 28-point lead after 3 periods of play, and the entire roster has contributed to the success today for Milligan.
28-point advantage for the Buffaloes, 68-40. And we're in our final 10 minutes as Jenkins is off and running with the ball. Fed to the corner, 3-ball rattles out as Columbia can't regather. Now the Koalas, long winding pass, collision with Clark at midcourt, and the call against the Buffs.
Yeah, Clark's smiling on that one, and she realizes she was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. The pass was coming up, and she was coming to defend the ball handler, and she and the basketball, and she arrived at the same time. She bumped the player. She called for the personal foul.
That happens.
It's conversation regarding where the basketball was. If it's in the backcourt and a foul occurs, you reset the shot clock to 30. If it's in the front court, you reset it to 20. Nice job of the officials communicating that.
Clock is cleaned up. Lone Tires, Lyon gets onto it, jump ball.
And the possession here will get back over to the Buffaloes. This was 68-40. Look for the Buffaloes here in this fourth period to run through their offensive sets. Get a little two-man game going. Try to create some more easy buckets. Stay in that flow during this AAC postseason tournament.
Floated across. This on the way, and the 3-ball automatic. Wow. From downtown Kingsport, it's McKenna Myers.
That's her first 3-point make of the afternoon. Check that. It's her second. Give her 10.
71-40, 9 minutes to play in Kingsport. Massive advantage. Largest of the day at 31. Floater. No.
Hermanson and Davis will return. Also, Michaela Street return for the Koalas.
Lyon, the long pass up the floor. Buffaloes off the glass. This rattles and goes, 73-40.
Been impressed with the Buffaloes breaking the Koalas' press here in the second half, getting easy buckets at the rim.
Columbia can't respond as it's pulled out of the air by the Buffaloes.
Yeah, the wind's come out of the sails for the Koalas now. They're still playing hard. However, the ball just will not go to the bucket for them right now.
That rimmed and would not drop. This goes automatic. .35-point advantage. The lead just keeps growing. Columbia gets 3 back. She hit that from Eastman. Seven and a half to play as this goes rustling the twine, 78-43.
J.C. Jenkins' fourth made 3 of the day, a game high 20 points.
And this goes as well, 78-45. A couple of changes on the floor for these two programs.
Coach Greer from Milligan likes to play an up-tempo style, and my conversations with her, she talks about our main man. You see Rick Bentley on the screen here, the Director of Athletic Communication at the University of Pikeville, as you also see Clifton Williams to his right, the head coach of the University of Pikeville, getting some scouting action in as his team will be taking on the Buffaloes tomorrow. The Buffaloes swept the series this year with Pikeville.
What a couple of troublemakers those two are. Look at them.
I tell you what, it's two good storytellers right there. I promise you that.
Do you think he's talking about the river?
He may be telling Coach Clifton Williams what the 77 flood in downtown Pikeville.
Long pitch down the floor through midcourt. Back across outside to Samaj. He's got great stories. He should record those or something. Long ball, this one off the mark. Clark wants to clean it up, couldn't regather, and Columbia is now off to the races. Long feed down the floor, she's all alone. Gathers, steps around one defender and gets it to go with a little kiss off of the glass. To the offensive end of the floor, the Buffs suffer the foul, 6:40 to play.
During that last time out, Coach Guerrero was telling her team to still she wanted to play with pace. Because even though this ball game is 6 minutes to go, 31-point advantage, but she wants her team to continue to play the pace. If you play from baseline to baseline, it forces teams to use their bench depth, and she feels that her bench is deeper than anybody else in the AAC. That's one of their strengths of their team. So you have to play at pace. You have to run baseline to baseline to get the other team tired.
Floated across to the wing. Now to the corner. Koalas fighting it back and forth across the inside and taken now by Milligan. Buffs off and running. Longmire off the glass. She shovels that home. Wow.
Give her 16. Buffaloes looked extremely impressive today. Again, this is only an 8-point lead after one period of play, and the Buffaloes have expanded this lead up to 34.
Largest lead of the game, 35 for Milligan. Pickpocketed. Goes to regather over and back.
So it was a nice job by the officials discussing that one. They thought it was touched by a player, but it was off of number 4's knee. That's the reason the upper back happened.
So over and back is the call as these two teams will take a break. 81-47 in Kingsport. It's all Buffs. Back in Kingsport, Tennessee for College Hoops. Welcome back, Gabriel Schrei, Gary Justice. We've got all the action all day long. Lots of really good action in store for you. Right now we've got Milligan taking on the Koalas and the Buffaloes way out in front against Columbia College, 81-47 with 5:51 to play. Gary, we're really excited for the whole day, though. We've got 8 games today. This is our second, and we'll get our first 2 men's games of the day, with the first starting at noon coming up next.
Yeah, the top-seeded University of Pikeville Bears will be taking on Truett McConnell as the Bears travel down to Truett McConnell this year. They played a close one down there, a high-scoring contest. Should be a fun one to watch here in Game 3 of the day.
Columbia working the ball. On the way, but too short. And the putback rattles off as well. A third chance won't go.
Yeah, they'll get Michaela Street with a hole to be her 4th. 5 players in double figures for the Buffaloes. Which is impressive with 81 points on the board, and you have 5 players in double figures.
Onto the floor. Buffaloes off and running. Street knifes her way inside, and the step back just off the mark. And what a play, easily making her way through is low.
Talented player, she's got 9 points. Second team All AAC. She's filled up the stat sheet today. 9 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists.
Run a lane harassed at midcourt. Just under 5 to play in this 81-49 game.
Jaden Haynes will return for the Koalas, and she'll replace Hermerson.
Through midcourt. Pitching it all around. Milligan. 3 ball on the way. This one rims out.
So the Buffaloes have forced 21 turnovers so far today. The Buffaloes have turned over 10 times. Of those 21 turnovers for Columbia, the Buffaloes have been able to cash in for 22 points. Battle on the backboard, won by the team in orange and black, 51-39 as well.
Three ball, this one clangs off of the heel of the iron, couldn't get it to go. Entry pass by the Milligan Buffs. Stepped back, floated outside, and the call as she takes a step, caught her.
Milligan averages 20 assists per ball game. They got 18 today.
Floater off the glass, and this goes for the Koalas to bring us within 30. 4 minutes to play. Largest lead of the game remains 35. And the Buffs, powered by that long 24-6 run late in the first half and starting the second half, that really is what sparked this massive lead, and they just kind of built on that momentum.
That size of run is hard to overcome, especially in this type of situation in a postseason tournament. And also, this is Columbia's second game in 2 days as well. And you get down, you have that type of run, it's hard to come back from that.
Yeah, an 18-point swing over the course of 8 minutes in the middle of a game. How do you overcome anytime you lose 18 points in a row? That's hard.
Then also, I always wonder if the start times are always a little different for everybody. Of course, you know, U-Pike played TMU this morning. That was an 8:30 tip, and this game here tipped at 10:15. So it's like they don't typically play games at 10:15 in the morning.
Well, I've got to say it's affecting me, and I'm just sitting down. So.
and then you start adding all these things up. You know, postseason tournament, the second game in 2 days. It's an odd start time. It's hard to overcome that 24-6 run, and you start expanding there. And then, of course, you got a quality team like Milligan. They'll capitalize. They'll make teams play, whether it be in transition, offensive rebounds, three-point shots, and they have opportunity to expand their leads. They usually do.
Blown tire back to the other end. We got some back and forth. 3 minutes and change to play. 81-53. Milligan has rolled over Columbia in this one. Entry pass, mid-range floater on the way, won't drop. Quickly down the floor and shot off the mark on the other end. Just a reminder, Pikeville, Truett, McConnell play next as we flip to the men's side of the bracket. Game 3 of 8 today on the Southeast Sports Network. And you can pick your favorite way to watch at SCSNsports.com/how-to-watch. It's easy to find all the different platforms and apps you can join us on. SCSNsports.com/how-to-watch.
So Kayla Streeter goes to the free throw line for her 6th and 7th toss of the day. 10 points, 6 rebounds, and assist for the all-defensive AAC member.
Yes. 2.5 to play. Yes.
Courtney McClaney just checked in for Columbia.
On the way, this misses. Columbia's on a 6-0 unanswered run. Koalas to Davis, and Columbia College slowed down inside.
Still attacking the rim, still playing hard. Definitely like to see that. And as we talked about in game one this morning, somebody's career is coming to an end in this ball game, and it's always a tough one to watch. You put so much time and effort. Everything close out.
81-56. Milligan Buffaloes came to win and have looked really good in their first appearance in the AAC tournament for 2025. Columbia College had a really nice season, opened with a win over Morris, then Bob Jones. They hit the road. Spartanburg Methodist, Johnson and Wales. Played a scrimmage against App State, the Mountaineers, and Boone. Played Bob Jones, St. Andrews, then Bluefield, and that was through November 15th, and they were undefeated at 7-0 at the time. Dropped a game to Milligan, unironically. Then they won a bunch more in a row, 6 to make them 13-1 on December 12th when they beat Payne College. Dropped 4, first to the U-Pike Bears, then Montreat, Montreat again. Won a couple more and had a rough second half of the season. Rocky lost to Reinhardt, Union Commonwealth, bested Bluefield. Lost to St. Andrews at Johnson, a win over CIU, then a loss to Tennessee Wesleyan. Golden Tigers dropped the game to them. That moved their record to 18-10. Closed out the season against Reinhardt with a loss, and now here in Kingsport, obviously their season coming to a close, but you know, it's hard to feel good in the moment, but a lot to celebrate this year for Columbia. They had a really nice season.
Yeah, it was one of those things, it just take a little time to sink in, right? Once the pain goes away, you have an opportunity to look back and think about the friendships you've had and the road trips you had an opportunity to make and the memories. And, you know, as you get older, you forget the outcomes. If you forget the van trips or a favorite eating spot as a team went to, or just something funny happened during a ball game, or even just the road trip they do. Being a college athlete is not easy.
75 seconds to go in this one as Milligan is going to move on in the bracket. Violation down along the baseline. We'll have the men's game coming up in just a few moments. Really excited for that. Should be some good action. That will be game 3 of 8 today. We'll have them all on the Southeast Sports Network in our simulcast to the Appalachian Athletic Conference Digital Network. Milligan Buffs are going to pick up their 22nd win overall this season. They went 21-7 in the regular season. And, I mean, their season was just incredible. They opened with a win over Alice Lloyd, then played 4 of the toughest teams they were going to meet all year. Bethel, Campbellsville, Rio Grande, and notably Pikeville, and they lost all 4 of those to drop to 1-4. A really rough start. But then they only lost 2 games all the way through February 1st to make their record 17-6, getting started in the month of February. Closed with a couple more wins and 1 loss to Bryan to be 21-7 entering the tournament. Wrapping it up with some really, really nice action. And just overall, a great season for Milligan as well.
You ever bring your A game when you're playing the Milligan Buffaloes, because they're well prepared. They know how to score the basketball. They'll guard. And it even sounds like during their season, they've had some ebb and flows there as far as different parts of the season. It's not unusual because you have teams start finding each other and they find what works, what doesn't work, making those adjustments. That's what the quality coaches do, make adjustments all season long.
Largest lead of the game, 35 for the Milligan Buffs. A 24-6 run powered them to this victory that they put together in the first half. We saw 4 lead changes early on in this game, and it felt back and forth until about 5 minutes into the game. And then Buffs got hot, and Milligan just ran away with it.
I'm looking forward to the next game. Bradley Bunch for the U-Pike Bears and Miles McCary for the TMU Bears. It'll be a fun matchup. Watch those guys go against each other.
Turnover with 5 seconds, and that will do it. Columbia Koalas are eliminated from the 2025 AAC basketball tournament. Congratulations to the Buffaloes of Milligan, who are going to move on to the semifinals tomorrow here at the Meadowview Marriott Conference Resort and Convention Center. Mr. Gary Justice, brief closing thoughts from you.
Milligan, they make the team pay in transition. That's what happened to Columbia during that 24-6 run to really close out this ballgame or expand that lead. Milligan Buffaloes, fun team to watch.
Exciting way to close this, a big win for the Milligan Buffs. Congratulations to them. That will do it for our coverage of this one from Kingsport. Be sure to join us for our coverage of the men's side of the bracket coming up next, game 3 of 8. Today's broadcast will be archived inside of the Amper platform where you viewed it and available for replay. This has been a copyright presentation of the Southeast Sports Network. For Gary Justice, Hannah Brown, our entire crew, the Buffs, and the Koalas, I'm Gabriel Schrei saying so long from Kingsport, Tennessee.